Welcome to the Weeb Lounge, and this is the best Battle Royale game that you've never played. Guys, I'm Nick. This is a game called Islands of Nyne, a 50-player, if you're in solos, Battle Royale game that unfortunately went debunk. The studio that created it, Define Human Studios, unfortunately just went. But this game is by far our absolute most favorite Battle Royale game that we've ever played. It's a shame. We love this game so much. Now, why is it? What makes this game so special, okay? The programmers, they were all gamers. Everybody in the studio, they were gamers. They were trying to make a good quality game. You know, a lot of the Battle Royales that came and went, they just like, we're going to throw something together, blah, blah, blah. If it works, it works. If it don't, fuck it. This studio, you could tell they had heart behind it. Unfortunately, the company didn't get run good for shit. Okay, so what made this game stand out? One is simplicity, okay? A couple of pistols, I think 3 different ARs, a shotgun, Car 98 style bolt action sniper rifle, a couple SMGs. That's like it, all right? And the attachments were all just really simple. You know, every gun had like 3 slots or something. You slap whatever for, you know, scope, mag, whatever the hell, right? There wasn't much to it. And the scopes that you had, you basically had like a red dot ACOG 4X 8X. That's what you had. All the weapons were really simple, straightforward, all right? All useful in certain situations, certain degrees. And balance. They balance the damn weapons. It's amazing. Shotgun, for instance. You play any Call of Duty or anything, you use a shotgun or whatever. It's usually an OP piece of shit that people rage about, right? In this, shotgun could do damage at like really long distance, but it's so minimal you might as well just not even waste the bullet. You know, up close, it still takes multiple solid hits to kill somebody unless they're like really point blank and you get a headshot. Then you can kind of one-shot somebody. But otherwise, you're not going to get that focus, right? The shotguns were for point blank only. Sniper rifles, okay? The only one in the damn game. Bolt action. If you hit somebody in the head with that bolt action sniper, they dropped. And it's not OP. Now, why did I say it's not OP? Because getting a headshot in this game with that sniper rifle wasn't an easy task. At least in my case, more often than not, it was kind of by accident. You know, I'm being honest or whatever. The sniper rifle, it was like threading a needle, okay? It was the hit boxes are small. You're threading a needle. Like if it's right, if it's Call of Duty, say that my fist here is the head, right? If the Call of Duty, if the bullet hits like around here or whatever, at least it's close or whatever, it's a headshot. Fuck it, you get the kill, right? This game, no. Here's the head. If it's over here, or here, you don't get credit. It gotta be dead fucking on. All right. So the gunplay in this game was awesome. Like, you like the movement and the feel of Call of Duty or even Counter-Strike, right? That's what moving around in this game felt like. It felt smooth, it felt responsive, quick, able to react, skill-based. And there wasn't all this stupid fluff. For instance, everybody's probably played PUBG and they've run across some dickhead prone in the grass, letting people run by, waiting for his little opportunity to stick his head up and go boop, kill somebody, and then go back to hiding and crouching around. Yeah, look at me. Fuck those guys, okay? In this game, you couldn't even prone. There's no hiding in grass. There's really not much hiding in anything. You can camp a corner like you can in any other FPS, but that's it. You're not going to be playing this stupid little hide-and-seek game, all right? The developers made this to be esports friendly, esports ready, skill-based, etc., and it was. Its simplicity just made it great. And the speed to which this game played out, okay? PUBG, a big match can go for what, like a half hour, 45 minutes, like really long or whatever. And most other battle royales, they'll go 15, 20, 25 minutes. You know, it's this big ordeal. It takes a long time and whatever. Islands of Nyne, I'd probably say 12 minutes is your average if you get to the end. Okay? It's fast paced. Another thing, there's no vehicles. None. You didn't need them in this. Okay, if the circle starts shrinking, you got to run your ass off. The map's big. Don't get me wrong, it's big, but you can move fast enough, and it's not so big that you can't outrun the zone. And not having any vehicles, okay, you're not going to get ran over. Your vehicle's not going to magically explode out of nowhere. You're not going to drive over a pebble like in PUBG or whatever. Some weird thing happens. Your car goes like this, flying out the fucking field out into the atmosphere and visit the fucking space station. Have an apple. I don't know why I threw that in. But it was very simplistic. And that's what made this game so good. You know, all these other games, you know, like Fortnite or wherever, you have the whole building mechanic. Some people absolutely love that. I personally absolutely hate that. I want to shoot guns, not build roads or walls or a window and an awning. I don't care. Okay, I want gunplay. I want solid competitive gunplay. That's what I want. I want a first-person shooter. First person being the key, right? And this was only first person. You know, there was no first person, third person mix or anything. This was first person. You take it or leave it. You know, third person, you know, peeking around corners without actually going around the corner. You weren't going to have that in this game. Period. There weren't even any doors to open and close. All right. That's how simplistic this game was. You know, if you just watch the gameplay, you'll notice there's no doors to open and close. There's no windows to open and close. There's no vehicles to get in. There's no real tall grass to go hiding in or anything like that. It's meant to be fast action, skill-based, shooting, good mechanics. And with PUBG, you know, I played PUBG. I played very little Fortnite. Very little. And, you know, Apex Legends, all the other big ones, Ring of Elysium, just to name a few. I've played them all, okay? And to me, none of those compares to Ion in its fun factor, in its fast pace fun factor. I love it. Oh, and yeah, it's still the free play on Steam. I mean, if I could somehow get enough people to go download this thing and play for free on Steam, my God, I would do streams and have fun with you guys until the servers eventually come down, which unfortunately at some point they will. Because, you know, the studio went kaput. But that's why this game is so great. It's simple, it's straightforward. Their netcode. One of the big things that, like, in the Modern Warfare rant that I did, I bitched and moaned about the netcode, right? They had the netcode down pat. Okay, most battle royales are running at 30 hertz, which means 30 updates per second, and that's why you get that Super Bowl shit. You get shot when you're going around corners. You're all these other weird anomalies. You know, you see a kill cam or whatever, you're like, oh, that's bullshit, and then people start to rage and crap, blah, 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 right? This game took it to 120 hertz, 120 updates a second. This game had solid netcode. That not one time did I get killed and think that bullet should have missed, or I got shot around a corner. It was solid. It was perfect. I couldn't complain at all about it. It was great. It was like some of the best netcode in any online first-person shooter that I've seen in forever. 120 hertz, you don't see that very often. I think the most common you're going to see that is maybe like some custom Counter-Strike servers or something like that, right? And this game, you know, it has its downsides. Well, let's go into, you know, what the hell happened. This is an awesome battle royale, or so I say, right? You know, well, what the hell happened? Well, it did go into early access, and to be honest, when it went into early access, it was fully playable. There wasn't really that big of an issue. But like with other PUBG is actually a really good example, so I guess I'll just go with it. There were optimization issues, okay? If you had a high-end PC, this game would run like butter. Okay, if you had a middle PC, a few bumps, few glitches or whatever, but overall, still good gameplay. If you had a lower-end PC, forget it. Don't even try. You're fucked. It's not going to work out. So optimization was a little bit of an issue. And in the beginning, that's really all there was. There wasn't all that much to deal with. Content-wise, the map did get stale fairly quick. It was a large map, plenty of places to go, not lots of little unique features, but overall, it did get stale a little too quick. In terms of rewards and such, you didn't really have like a battle pass kind of system or a tier thing or motivation to keep playing. There was a few things in there, like in top right hand corner, you see the little points and such. You can stock those up to get crates and stuff, the typical crate thing. And there was no pay to play in this, none whatsoever. I mean, you could buy little cosmetics that they came out with, but it was purely cosmetic. They did the microtransaction thing right. They did it perfectly right. No complaints whatsoever. No pay to win at all. Well, originally when this game came out, it was $29.99. I bought this gold one that was like $50 or $60 or whatever it was. So I played in closed alpha or closed beta, closed alpha, whatever one it was, with the gold package. I got to shoot people with exclusivity, I guess. But other than the optimization thing, there really wasn't an issue with this. Other than their updates that they were trying to do, they kept lagging behind. It's a small studio. I think they had at most 8 programmers or 10 employees or something like that. Not very big. I think it was something around there. And it's kind of expected that, if there was going to be any updates or anything like that rolling out, it's going to take a while. It took me a while to find my old footage here. This is, fairly old footage. Well, another thing they did right, this right here where I'm running around, this is the pre-game gun game. It's a lobby where all the players just go around shooting each other. 2 kills, you get a new gun. 2 kills, you get a new gun. It's a pre-game lobby gun game. It's actually pretty fun before you even get to the Battle Royale. I think it's the only Battle Royale that even did something like that. But, so what led to its downfall? All right. Well, the optimization they never were able to address. All right. I guess I'm going to assume they just didn't have time. Little features and everything that they promised and, incentives to play and all this other stuff. They just either never got around to it or it was half-assed, right? And I tore into them a little bit. I meant it as constructive criticism. This was on their Discord, okay? I meant it as constructive criticism because as a business guy myself, I kind of know a little more than average, I guess. I've had a business since I was in middle school, if that helps anybody understand where my mindset comes from. Yeah, there's a lot of things they dropped the ball. And you had a company run by a whole bunch of gamers and programmers, guys that knew what they were doing, guys that loved the game. They wanted to make a good quality game for all of us to enjoy. I enjoyed the hell out of it. They sure as hell met that goal. But the problem is I don't think anyone there, especially the top guy, had any business sense whatsoever. Fucking ever. They relied on hype to push the game. Now, at most, I think it was right around 7,000 players simultaneous in Steam within their first couple of months, right? But unfortunately, after I think 3 months, it started dropping off so much that it was actually starting to take really long time to get a game, and eventually you just even couldn't. To this day, there's a Discord that tries to organize games so that it only takes 10 to trigger the Battle Royale to start. And actually, you think, 10 people in a Battle Royale, that's ass. I mean, you need a lot more people than that. 10's actually fun because the game seems to adjust the circle accordingly. So if you only start with 10, the circle is going to be smaller at the start. It's going to shrink quicker, okay? Speed it up, speed it up, speed it up. Faster matches, faster whatever. I think there was one I played. It only lasts like 3 damn minutes. It can go pretty damn fast. So 10 people, you can actually have a lot of fun, and I sure as hell did. But the management, it seems like they were just stupid. On Discord, I made this post where we're kind of criticizing it, talking about, marketing, their early access, etc., etc. And one of their, I don't know if it was a programmer or one of the management guys, but directly replied to me, basically telling me to go fuck myself, okay, in a more professional way, right? But definitely heavily, yeah, he didn't like me. But I actually don't blame the guy, because I can tell that these guys love their project. Okay, they took pride in their work, and even though I meant it as constructive criticism, yeah, it's my fault. I know I kind of took it a little far, and the way I criticize something comes off a little harsher than I necessarily mean it. Okay, sometimes. In this case, so I guess I can apologize to the guy for a little bit, but I can't blame him for getting mad and standing up for his product. I don't blame him at all, because I know that they put heart into it. If this guy was just blowing words out of his ass, I'd tell him to go fuck off too. But whatever. But essentially, their marketing sucked. It sucked. They relied on a Kickstarter and hype. Okay. Their social media presence was garbage. There was no money spent on advertising, and apparently they simply couldn't afford it, which explains why. But that's so bad. That's so bad. And then, they went early access, which a lot of these companies go early access, expecting people to understand that when you go early access, there's going to be bugs and game development and such, and you have to develop the product with the developer, right? You have to grow with the developer. That's not how 99% of everybody views early access. They see early access as like, oh, if I buy it now, I get to play now. Yay! What? The game's not done? Fuck this. Negative rating. Boop. That's the majority of the kids on Steam think. Okay? Been like that forever. So companies need to take a little bit of notice here. If you go early access, whoever buys your damn game is going to expect to be able to play a good working version of your game. Do not go early access if that's not the case. In this case, it was a working game, just not optimized. So you had these little trolls and everything. It's like, hey, I'm trying to run this game on my Commodore 64. I've got a whole 4 meg of fucking RAM or whatever. I should be able to run this smooth as butter. No, you're not, you stupid fuck. Okay? You needed an SSD or an M2 to really load this game proper in good enough time. Same thing with PUBG. Okay? It was the same thing with that. If you had your standard ass, little slow ass hard drive or whatever, you're going to have a lot of problems. And if you have a gaming PC and you're still using standard old hard drives, not an SSD or an M2 drive, M2 drives, my God, you're doing it wrong. And you're kind of a dumbass. You're kind of wasting money. But this game could have been so much more. It really could have. And even the Superman landing, like you just saw there. Oh my, that even just getting into the match felt cool. I loved it. On this weapon, this AR, I can't even remember the name of it, but I hate it. I really hate it. If there's a worse weapon in the game, that was it. The biggest mistake that they made. And I've read somewhere that from one of the programmers saying that nobody would, no third-party distributor would take their game to help them out or help distribute it or anything. Which, as far as I believe and as from what I've learned, is completely false. I might be wrong, but from what I've heard, this game was offered just distribution and help from 2 different companies. Okay, one of which being Square Enix. If that's true, then the person running this company who made the big decision and they opted not to take the deal with Square Enix, my God, you're a dumbass. You're one of the biggest dumbasses in the history of dumbassity. Okay? You can't. A deal with Square Enix would have gave them resources, advertising, distribution, and I believe a certain amount of funds, whatever, for the investment, et cetera, in return for certain sales. Okay? If you have an agreement with Square Enix, it's a pretty big company. It's going to help out a lot. I don't care if they took half your damn profits, 30% or whatever it is. It's your first damn game as a studio. Take it, live with it, grow from it, and then later on make an even better game. Simple business decision. Real easy business decision. Holy shit, it's easy. They didn't do it. They just kind of fucked themselves, Didn't care. Yeah. So their advertising sucks. Their marketing decisions sucked. Their leadership sucked. That doesn't mean I don't want to tear into the guy that ran the company or whatever, because it's obvious to me that he had a dream. He tried to live out that dream, but unfortunately he failed. I don't like to seem like I'm ripping into the guy, but I really got the feeling that he was not one to take advice. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't know him, but yeah, that's just the gist I get from being there for closed alpha all the way to the end and playing even technically kind of after the end. That's what I get. I did my research and stuff, but whatever. I'm sure he's a good guy, but at the same time, it's like, you fucked up. That's another thing. A little scrap system. You see me scrapping stuff in there. You could level up your weapons. I really liked it. You get a weapon you like or whatever, you can scrap a whole bunch of stuff, use that scrap to level up a weapon, and I believe it would like increase magazine capacity or reload speed a little bit. And, just make the get gun overall just a tad bit better. You go from level 1, 2, and then 3, I guess. And I don't know if any other games Battle Royale's done that. It was kind of unique, and I liked it. And you could, when you play the game enough, you felt the difference. So what's going to happen now tonight? Well, like I said, right now it's free to play on Steam. If you want to just load it up, run around, download it, run around, have some fun. Maybe you can find that Discord and join it. I'll see if I can get a link in the comments below. And organize a match or whatever. Yeah, I mean, it's hella worth playing. And if we can get enough consistent people playing again, I'm right back. I'll play again. But I think our only real hope is for either one, Defiant Human Studios to somehow get refunded and come back from their bankruptcy or whatever the heck happened to them and somehow restart. Chances of that happening is it's zero. It ain't going to happen. That's not going to happen. What does have a slight possibility is for a third party buying the rights, taking up the project, and trying to continue along with it, buying the assets, right? Buying the IP. There is definitely inherent value in this game. If I had the money, I'd give it a try, but I ain't got that kind of money. No. In all actuality, if somebody wants to buy this, it's probably cheap as hell in comparison. But yeah, I can't do it. And I can't program for shit, so yeah. But yeah, I really do hope somebody tries to pick it up or do something with it. And once the servers shut down, supposedly they're going to open up the code for people so that we could host our own servers. Supposedly, I wouldn't rely on that. I would actually beg to think like it's just not going to happen. Don't bother trying it. But that's this game. This is the best Battle Royale that chances are you've never played. And to me, it's sad. Out of any Battle Royale game ever made, I had the most fun with this one. It just felt so good. I don't know. I'm still a little sad and bummed by it, but you know what? If I can somehow get some games going, I'm still going to do it. If I have to host my own damn server, maybe I will. Who knows? But unless there's some kind of revision to it, it'll be dead and gone before long. And with that said, be sure to like, subscribe, hit notification button. We're always coming out with new videos, more rants, more raves. Streaming over on twitch.tv/the Weeb Lounge. And be sure to like us on Facebook, all that other stuff. And plug this, plug that. Check the links in the bottom. I'm going to try to remember to get that Discord server link down there. And not only will we see you in the next video, but hopefully maybe someday I'll see you in Islands of Nyne. Take care.